This is a perfect example of emotional argument versus a logical one. The first post is a logical one, whereas the comment that you're about to see and what I'm about to address is an emotional one. The first one is stating the fact that so many parents are sending their children to school even though they are sick, and not on accident or macam like budak tu, that kid is already in school and the kid got sick. No, like they know intentionally, they know that child is sick, but they still send the kid to school. And here comes the parent who thinks that is okay and starts blaming the system, the government, the teachers, but not taking accountability. The first statement itself, she insert a personal story. She said that the teacher in her school also brought in a sick child because the child is apparently enrolled in that school as well. So should we blame the teacher side of her or the parent side of her? Let me dissect this and tell you this. 100% blame the parent side of her, because I know for a fact that teachers have their own protocol when they are trying to check in your child into school, because they have to check for HFMD like rashes, and then they have to check the temperature. So if that teacher still managed to bring in a sick child, she's abusing her power. She should get fired. Although I agree that 6 days of CCL is not enough, but the bitter truth is it's no one's problem but yours. The government have done their best to make it fair for everyone, for parents and for people who does not have kids. Don't be selfish. What more entitlement that we can hope for? And then you're blaming school closure, you're blaming center closure for the fact that you have to use up your CCL. Center closure. You think teachers shake leg, is it, during center closure? Roll around at home, is it? Sleeping in bed, is it? And even if they have one day away from your children, I fully agree with that. 5 kids crying at the ear for 12 hours straight. Most parents nowadays spend less than fucking 5 hours with their own kids at home, and they can't handle it already. I see parents, a lot of parents at the playground, at like kids stop, at all these places, who just play phone and let their kids run amok, do not care about their children. Why? Oh, I'm mentally drained. Fuck you. School closures happen because the teachers have to go and take courses, have to go and keep up with the time. Children develop and change with time, unsurprisingly, and they don't just go for courses, they even go for CPR to save your bloody child if the need ever come. They have to go and learn first aid. They have to do a lot of stuff, which they can't do with your child present in school. As a parent myself, it always baffles me to see that children who are sick are still in school. I've seen a child whose snot was so green that the Incredible Hulk would have puked, but the child is still in school. And I asked the teacher, why is that child still in school? And the teacher would say, we called the parents didn't answer. Fantastic, right? Good job, parents, good job. Parents like you are the reason why people hate this generation of parents. Everyone is at fault except for you. Materialistic stuff does not bring happiness into your child's life. Presents. When they are sick, the first thing that they look for are their mothers and their fathers. They do not look for a pacifier. They do not look for medication. They don't just wake up sick and suddenly say, Mom, I think I'm sick. Can I get tablets of paracetamol, please? No, they wake up, they cry, they want comfort from you. Presents are the most important thing in a toddler's life, especially when they are growing up. But it seems like parents nowadays do not understand that. They think just leaving their child in school for 12 hours straight is more than enough because they are socializing. What? Socializing? Just because you like to lepak for 12 hours straight at the office doesn't mean your child likes doing it the same. The more I read your comment, the more emotional it gets. You start implementing into like very personal stuff, which it's no one's problem at all. It's just, what the fuck? You start to talk about if let's say, of course, work definitely does not triumph your child, but if she decides to switch work because of this, that vacant period where they are searching for jobs, who's gonna financially provide for them? You? No, your husband. Your husband. The fuck you talking about? That's the role of a husband. Have men's image and reputation been dwindled down so fucking bad to the point that they are non-existent anymore in your life? And then if you're gonna say, what about single mother? Bro, your family is still available. Nanny services are still available. Hospital are still available. Every services and every place that can help your sick child that is not supposed to be in school is available, especially in Singapore. And then you're trying to be like the good cop. You say like you're a stay-at-home mom and you're lucky enough to be able to nurse your child to health at home. And yes, it's frustrating, but at the same time, do we even know their story? Yes, we know their story. Negligence, lazy, You are giving an excuse for these kind of parents to be lazy, to find a solution. And then you keep saying, how about instead of pushing the blame to each other and passing judgment, bring this up to your MPs so that they can raise the issue to implement a proper system for parents. What proper system there is needed anymore? Like what else can the government do that won't overshadow people with no children? Do you really think that you're that special because you have kids? I have 2 kids and I've never thought myself to be that special at all. You have kids, you basically the government give you a lot of entitlement already. CCL, you got family care leave, you get baby bonuses. Do not send your sick child to school. My son had to spend a month of his life being sick because of parents like you. Alright, the first 2 weeks he was down with HFMD, and then a few months down the road, he got another case of HFMD from another child. I was lucky enough that the second time he built some sort of immunity to the point that he didn't fall feverish, but he had rashes all over his body. And don't say that, how do you know it's not from your child? The teachers tell us it's started from this specific child. They don't tell the name because of, PDPA, but they say it starts from one child and it spreads out. It's a very simple concept, parents. Very simple concept. Your child is sick, don't send him to school. Take care of your own child. It does take a village, but ultimately you're in charge. Secondly, to parents, teachers are not supposed to be your child's full-time caretaker. That's your job. I know a lot of parents who use CCL to go overseas. I know this parent who said to me that, aku ada CCL lah. Nanti aku ambil CCL lah. Aku nak pergi, I want to go Bali. Brother, CCL 6 days, you go Bali 2 weeks and you are complaining that there's not enough CCL? Don't be selfish, guys. Just because you have children does not mean that the whole world have to bow down to your demands and you need to be entitled to everything. You do not. There are people with more responsibility than you, okay? And they don't get the same treatment. So count your blessing. Be grateful for what you have. And stop blaming everyone. Take accountability for your own action. And regarding your last statement, how is it that nowadays empathy is so scarce in our society? Empathy is not scarce. Empathy is everywhere, but stupidity triumphs over the empathy right now. Because there's so many people just like you with your emotional argument.